Welcome ladies and gentlemen, Furo here. I'm greeting you to an all new Gwent deck video today on my channel. And today we will check out a CALVEIT NilgAARD deck that I was using over the last couple of days with quite some success. I'm nearly now back into the top 1000 on the leaderboard. So grinded up to over 2000 MMR right now, and we're still climbing. Deck is really strong right now, not as good as the Morgwag deck to be honest, so the NilgAARD deck is a bit weaker than the Morgwag deck, but still very good. And as you can see here in the deck list, we are running a total of 26 cards, and I will explain later while I'm placing one more card than usual in the deck. Normally you just should play 25 cards, but in this specific case I want to have one more card than usual. So with the CALVEIT, your leader, you have the effect that when you deploy the CALVEIT, you can look at the top 3 cards in your deck, play one and place the others back. And that's a very strong starting effect. So what you normally do with the deck, you play the CALVEIT as your first move. Then you are spawning 3 Imperial Golems on the board. So these are then 9 points directly, because when you deploy your leader, you will activate the effect, so then summoning this unit. So that is then directly 9 points plus the 4 points from the CALVEIT, and then you can play one of the top cards from your deck, and that will be then even more points. So if you, for example, get the WETT here, which is play the top loyal unit from your deck and boost it by 10, then you might be going up to 30 points just from your first turn that you're doing in the game, which is insane. So as you can see here, we are running a lot of spies. We are on top of that running 2 Impera brigades, which are getting boosted by 2 whenever there is a spying unit on the board. So, and also when you play another spying unit, so then they are getting boosted to keep the high amounts of points that you are getting in the first round, because the first round you're normally trying to play a lot of cards, the units are getting stronger and stronger. Then to keep a bit of the points for the next round, you have the combat engineer, which is deployed, toggle the units with silence, and silence means that the silent unit will stay for the next round as well. So after the round ends, he's not going to the graveyard, but instead staying on the board. So then you normally have between 12 and 20 or even 24 points on the board that you are keeping for the next round. Of course, only if your opponent is not locking the unit, if your opponent is not using Scorch, Geralt Igni, stuff like that. So if the unit can survive the round, of course. To toggle your spy units, because you're only running 2 mercenaries and 1 ambassador, you have the VICOVARO NOVICE here, which is just trigger the ability of a spying enemy ambassador or mercenary. That means you will normally then start the game with CALVEIT, and after that you will play the mercenary, which is then drawing 2 bronze units. You will play one, shuffle the other back. So, and then after that you will just play the NOVICE, which is then just toggling the effect of the mercenary again and again. And normally what you are looking for is a chain of NOVICEs. So you're toggling your mercenary, and then you hope to get a NOVICE from the card that you're getting. So you pick the NOVICE, play NOVICE, activate the mercenary again, and with that you hopefully get another NOVICE, and then you can do it again, hopefully 3 times, and that will also be a lot of points on the board. So all in all, deck is very solid, running good against most other classes right now. Especially AUCKES is great against, for example, the Morgwag deck, which is right now very strong, so you want to use that. Also, you can use the AUCKES greatly against the Dwarf decks that are still on the ladder a lot, so you can just shut down the Dwarf deck nearly entirely, because you're just toggling. You're locking the dwarfs so they're not staying for the next round. If your opponent, the dwarf, is losing the first round and he's not carrying over the points, you have a very easy play. For the gold cards here, I decided to go for the car here, which is just another really good gold legendary. So if Nilghaardian, then trigger your leader's deploy ability. That means you can just get the CALVEIT again. So you will just get again the chance to draw 3 cards and then play one. You're also running CIRI that you normally want to play on the second round, of course, because you should win the first round. So that means you can play CIRI on the second round, and then you get CIRI back for the last one. So you have a card advantage. Also, you're looking forward on the second round to play the CANTARELLA, which is draw you an extra card, so more card advantage for you. Then you also have TIBOR, EGGEBRACHT, which is 10 points, and deploy Clash. So that means when you play him and your opponent hasn't passed, you will boost the TIBOR by 15. So he is 25 gold card, and your opponent draws and reveals a bronze card. And normally at the end of the game, the bronze card that your opponent is drawing is never more than 50 points. If he's not using, for example, if he's using a reveal Nilghaard, then of course a spotter, for example, could be more than 50 points, so you need to be careful. It's also a possibility to just wait until your opponent passes and then play the TIBOR as 10 points. Keep that in mind so you are not forced to get the extra effect and give him the revealed bronze card. From time to time it might make sense to not do that and just get the 10 points. If that's already giving you the victory, then there's no need to risk that and get the extra effect. For the last gold card I decided to play for Ragnarok because why not? That's a very, very good gold card right now. So definitely keeping that. And yeah, that's basically the deck. So you now might wonder why we are playing 26 cards. And the reason for that is that you draw your deck nearly wholly. So I tried it out a bit and I used the Clear Sky before. And I just dropped the Clear Skies instead. Played in then 2 standard bearers here. Because with the Mercenary you are getting so many cards. With the Cantarella you're getting cards. JOACHIM the WETT you're getting cards. You have a lot of stuff that allows you to get more cards out of the deck, and that means in the end, often when I was not using 26 cards but instead 25, I was running out of bronze cards that I was able to get with the Mercenary or with the JOACHIM, for example. So I wanted to have one more card, and it is working better than before, so I'm not in need of going down to 25. I would say 26 is better here in this situation. You could, for example, play a silver card. For Nilfgaard there is one that allows you to redraw cards into your deck, so that might be working out as well, but for now I like the silver cards that I have. They're very strong in combination in the deck, so I wouldn't change that at the moment, but maybe in the future you will see 25 cards. So if you like to get down to 25 cards, you probably should drop one standard bearer here, but then you might be in trouble if you're running into too many weather decks. So I'm not sure. You need to try that out. If you don't like 26 cards, you can of course just go to 25 and play it a bit differently. Also you can of course, for example, drop the Novice here and then instead play another Mercenary, play another Brigade if you like that more. That's also possible. So there are quite a few different builds out there for the Nilfgaard class right now that are all working very good, because Nilfgaard in general as a whole is probably the strongest class currently to play. Anyway guys, with that, that's the deck presentation here. We're now checking out the deck a bit on the ladder, checking out some gameplay. If you have questions, feedback, suggestions, just use the comment section, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That would be very much appreciated. You will get notified when I will upload more content, and I can see what you like and what you don't like. So don't hesitate to use that, don't be shy. I'm always reading everything, so please use that. And we are now going on the ladder, so here we go. For our first game, we are facing a Crush and Create, so that is Gallagher with probably the Morkvark with the Olgerd, stuff like that. Let's see what we have before the start. CIRI, TIBOR, we have Ragnarok. The Medic probably is not helping us too much early on. Especially with the Medic, you need to be careful against Gallagher, because if he's dropping the Bear, that is just dealing 1 damage. You cannot use the Medic, unfortunately. What else we have? The rest looks kind of fine. Maybe we're dropping a Brigade here. Getting another Mercenary. We don't need that. No, let's just drop it. And definitely not interested in the Golem, because that's what we are getting from the lead ability anyway. So we're dropping the Golem. And we got another Novice. So with that we can only chain twice, but nonetheless that should still be good. So we're definitely starting with the John CALVEIT, giving the IMPERA Golem on the board. We are dropping the John here in the range row, and there is the car here, which is good. So we can even get more points on the board, which will be then the Mercenary. So getting even more stuff on the board. We got the Ambassador, which is another 12 points, which we're using on the Golem here. That means just like that, our opponent was getting 4 points, while we have 28 points, so an advantage of 24 points here. And he's dropping a Hunter. So that is still, after the first turn, we have 16 points advantage just for playing the John CALVEIT here, which is always very good. So I would say we are just dropping another Mercenary and then play the Novices here, which is giving us the Brigade. That's definitely a lot of points right now, getting buffed twice, so that is 12. And Yennefer the Conjurer. He's doing a lot of damage over time, so we need to be careful with that. So let's just drop the Novice. We're then activating the Mercenary, get another Novice, and then we will probably play the Combat Engineer here. There you go. Now we are dropping... That's still the Combat Engineer. So we are then picking up the Brigade, which is getting probably buffed again. And if I was pushing that down, oh, he has Galligny. Hitting that directly. That was mean. That was mean indeed. So we will now drop another novice. We're then playing the mercenary again. We are getting brigade coming here. We are hitting down the mercenary. So it is 17 to 32 points. The NFR is dealing stuff. And we're now just looking forward to probably play the CIRI here. There's a Morkvarg, which is getting buffed. So let's just stop the CIRI. Which on the other hand means if he's not passing right now, he would need to invest one more card. We're getting the CIRI back, so we have a little card advantage for the next round. There's the light longship. And we're now even in points. But if we just pass, Yennefer is dealing damage and the light longship is also getting buffed, plus the hunter is getting buffed. So we would not win the game, fortunately, but we can just drop the Cantarella. And we can, yeah, let's just drop the Cantarella here, so the hunter is not getting buffed.
Let us see.
Plus we're getting extra card, the decoy. Yeah, I like the decoy. Surely, going for the decoy. So still 6 cards to 6 cards. He's now passing, we're getting the CIRI back. Because we are not interested in winning the round. That would cost us a bit too much. Morkvarg is surely spawning again. Right now we have unfortunately no lock in hand. So we're definitely looking forward to drop one of the bearers here. And there is still no lock, just the Peters are getting the bear, so with that he's hindering us in playing the medic. Let's just start it with the Ragnarok. He's probably just clearing the skies, but nonetheless. Oh, just a pass. Just a pass. So that means if we drop the CIRI right now, that would be already good enough. So how about that? He's getting 3 damage here from the Ragnarok. So that means he is at 6, we had 7. We're even in cards. Need to start the game. We can then play the medic, for example, as our first play. Morkvarg down to 5. There is a bearer, and we will see what we are picking up. Still have no lock, but for now, yeah, we're dropping the bearer again, getting... Oh, there's the AUCKES. Bit too late. Nonetheless, so we can now use the medic here if we like, and with that we can, for example, pick up the hunter. We're only playing 1 medic, so if he's getting then the bear, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, he's still dealing the damage, but it's not like he is killing us with that. So definitely picking up the hunter. And that he has the top. We're hitting the Morkvarg for 3. Now there's a priestess. Let's see, he's going for the bear. Just like that. So we could now just lock these 2. We want that. If we still have a decoy, yeah, let's go for it. So locking the bear, we are locking the Morkvarg. If he's playing the Shield Maiden, which is likely, what could happen is that he's now dropping Shield Maiden. Our Cleaver is unlocking the Savage Bear. Interesting, so we are just dropping the Joachim here. We're getting the Bearer. Okay, then let's stop it here. So the Hunter is getting buffed. We will then go for the... Let's go for the Hunter, yeah. Okay, so it's 12 to 13. Mutagen. And there is a buff on the Morkvarg, so potentially he has the Griever. Potentially has the Griever. How about the Peters are here? And we will just hit then the Morkvarg again, so he's down to 5. There's a Shield Maiden. And the same day he is hitting the Hunter. He's buffing that up because he's hitting the Peters are. Currently 35 to 33. We'll now go for the TIBOR, which is giving him another Savage Bear. Plus we have 25 points here on the board. Savage Bear is seeing play. Very dangerous if we would have something that has 2 life right now. We have not. We have, for example, the VANHEMAR, which is getting the Stammer for its Tremors. So that is a lot of points then. So he's down to 24. We have 59. Nice little advantage, but he also has 2 more cards to play, so keep that in mind. There's a Hunter. He's hitting our AUCKES. We are not too afraid of the AUCKES here, losing that. We will now go for the decoy. Play the VANHEMAR again. And we again use the Stamina for Tremors, which is again dealing a lot of damage. Maximum 16, but the Savage Bear is going down, so it was only 15, but he's still 59 to 18 points. That will be tough, even if he has 2 more cards. Dropping just another bear. Oh, he really thinks we have another medic here. But we, of course, do not have that. We will just drop the standard bearer here in the row. And then let's just buff one of these 2. Let's go for the medic. So this one is now up to 4. This is 66 to 23. Yeah, it's a light longship, which is not providing him with that many points right now because he played the light longship way too late. Big Reaver, yeah, that's it. There's no chance for him to overcome us. The Ambassador is only good for an extra 8 points. Or 9 points because the bear is dealing 1. So that's it. That's a victory against the nice little Morkbok deck. Game 2, and we now have a DECOY, so this one is a weather deck. It will be interesting. We will see a lot of weather here. Biting Frost is spawning. Probably Ragnarok is spawning. Maybe some fog is spawning if he's using the foglets. That's also very obviously. So Imperial Golem definitely dropping. We got Peter Tsar. We have 3 gold cards. So Ragnarok, CIRI, and the TIBOR. I like to drop 1 Novice, which is giving us the standard bearer. And would really love to also see 1 Immersory. So what we are doing is we're dropping the Combat Engineer as well. Getting the Cantarella. Opponent needs to start. Oh, let's see how he is going for. Depending on what he's playing, he might just start here with the Hound and drop some Biting Frost here in the melee row. Because he's expecting that we are just... he's playing the Harpy, that we are just dropping our John CALVEIT here, get the Golems on the board. So he's playing with the Harpy. And these little Harpy eggs, if you would consume those, the unit is getting a boost by 5. And also the Death Wish is triggered, so it's spawning a Harpy on a random row. Now let's start them with John CALVEIT. We get. Oh, what are we picking up? Brigade. No Immersory, unfortunately. That might be difficult. So we could, of course, just play Ambassador and use Novice and buff a unit. But that's not what I like. So maybe we're going for Cantarella. There is a Biting Frost. Yeah, as expected. Truly as expected. How about we are trying the CIRI stuff again? So instead of winning the first round, we are going then for the second round. Let's just drop the CIRI here. We are still 15 points ahead. So if he's interested in winning, he needs to develop more stuff. So there's the Foglets. That means we have 18 to 13. And what we are doing is we are just passing now. So there's no need. He's currently already 1 card behind. That means he's interested in winning. He's then at 7 down. We are at 9 and we are getting the CIRI back. So that wasn't too clever if he's interested in winning this round. Costing him a lot. Another option would have been to just play the Cantarella here. Then he's passing directly, but we were also drawing another card. But I like to give him the chance to play a card right now. I like to play Cantarella normally with the Ragnarok, because then he's also losing points. If he's now just passing, that would be super stupid because he was going for the Biting Frost. So he invested a card, and if he's now just passing, the card that he invested is gone. So there we go. We're not getting the CIRI back, but he still invested the card. We're winning the first round without doing anything. He's still 1 card behind. And we can now easily chill here on the second round. We will play Cantarella, get an extra card. Oh, just another Novice. It's really not what I'm looking forward. We are dropping the Novice here. Yeah, let's go for that. We have 2 bearers here. It's good against the weather, so Novice is going down. Please give me Mercenary. What were we getting? What were we getting? I guess the Joachim, right? Okay, then there's a high chance that we're getting the... yeah, probably a Brigade. Let's start here with the Cantarella.
Let us see.
And there is the Mercenary, so the fun will begin now. With the Mercenary and then Novice, and probably getting more Novice, and we're getting the Mercenary a few times. Just another Fog. We will now... That's the second Fog that he has played. Also played 1 Biting Frost. Already a lot of the weather cards are down. He still has a Dagon. I would say for the start we will now drop the Ragnarok, which is at least dealing 9 points of damage. And again, we won the first round, so what we are doing is just stalling here as long as possible. So he's needing to invest a lot of cards. There's a clear skies. There you go. Clearing everything. We are then just dropping the mercenary.
Please wait, Your Excellency.
Which is giving us... Oh, the brigade. We cannot play the brigade here. So it will be the medic. If we go for the brigade, we're just killing the mercenary, and that's the only one we currently have. So definitely the medic, which is probably just picking up the harpy here. Go for that. Let's stop it here at the bottom. So that means for the next round, we are just getting the harpies as well. So we're even starting then with 6 points on the board. It's excellent. The wild hunt. So no harpies for us, unfortunately. What a shame. How about we are just dropping the bearer then? Clearing the skies here, and we will just buff. The medic. So it's 18 to 23. He's currently ahead, but again, if he's interested in winning here, he needs to invest another card. So we would be 2 ahead for the next round. Right, dropping the harpies here. How about, do we want to clear the skies directly? I don't think so. I mean, we have another clear skies here with the VANHEMAR. He has played a lot of weather cards already. Can still play the Lagoon. Okay, we go for the bearer. The foglets are going away. We will just buff the harpy now. Still 3 points ahead. No problem. Seriously. That is working exactly like I want. Oh, that is not working like I want. That is mean. So now we need the ambassador to trigger the novice. Not a fan of that. So let's drop the Joachim here. Gives us... Ooh, the AUCKES. Ooh, the AUCKES. Oh boy. Nothing really that we want to hit. So I don't think... Oh man, so it doesn't really matter what we are locking. Let's just lock these 2 guys. Means he's still 2 points ahead. We might as well try to win this round here. Or at least push him down a lot and then maybe just play the TIBOR for the last round. That might also work out pretty good. Scorch, killing the AUCKES. We don't care too much for that. So it's 21 to 37, but again, he needs to play more cards. He cannot stop here. He needs to play more cards. So we're going for the brigade here, which is 10 points. We will then go for the ambassador, and we're going for the novice. Buffing a lot, and he needs to play at least 2 more cards. And then we might stop. Just keeping then Peter SAAR, we're keeping the VANHEMAR, and we're keeping the TIBOR. We could also go for the VANHEMAR here. Ooh, that's Gerald Art. Haven't seen that card in play lately. Interesting. So we are going for the ambassador, and let's just buff the standard bearer here. So he's 10 points ahead. The plan for now is to play the novice. We are triggering the ambassador again, getting another 10 points, and then we might even play the VANHEMAR and use the Stammelford Tremors, which will be a lot of points because he has enough units on the board. So we're getting the maximum of 16, sorry, not 12. Tris Marigold. Okay, still the novice. Let's take the buff here, and this time we are buffing then. Let's go for the second standard bearer as well. So he is 6 points ahead, but to be honest, it is not looking good for him. The weather here is really not helping him. If he's just keeping the weather all the time, he should go for the fog because that is spawning him some stuff on the board. There you go. So he's currently then 21 points ahead. We will now drop the VANHEMAR. We use the Stammelford Tremors, and that is forcing him to play his last card that he has in hand. Then we can even, I guess we can take down the victory here after 2 rounds. Ooh, okay, with that we are not interested in doing that, so we will just pass. He has 0 cards in hand. He has used until the last card, the Crones were in his hand. He wanted the points for the next round. That is not happening here. So we will now pass. We have TIBOR. We have the Peter SAAR. He's just getting 1 card, and the game is normally over at this point. He's still trying, of course, but there is no chance to do that. He's getting extra bronze card, but we have 25 points on the board. TIBOR's really... And we're also getting car here. Wow. So we are just keeping that for sure. We will start with the TIBOR, otherwise he's passing and we're not getting the 25 points. Okay, we don't even need to do that. We're not giving a bronze card. Let's just play the car here. And with that, we even have more points. Let's just pick up Mercenary, why not?
Shame I had.
And that's a forfeit. Well, 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 I guess we totally crushed the Monsters Weather deck here. He had no chance whatsoever. We were crushing him from the start until the end. Always had some card advantage, no chance for him. Thank you guys for watching until the end. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button. That would be really much appreciated. And I will be back with more Gwent probably tomorrow, otherwise on Saturday or Sunday. So keep an eye out on my channel. Definitely more Gwent content is coming. Have a good day then, and I wish you all the best. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.